Good evening. My name is Sergey, a student of an MBA program, and this night I will be discussing a case related to Celgene Corporation. The dilemma presented in this case may be controversial for some. Celgene is a pharmaceutical company that at the launch of this article focused on the production of thalidomide, a drug used to fight cancer. The analysis of this case leads us to determine if the company must prioritize the good of the population or its growth as a business in itself. The author in his article tells us with facts the emergence and development of his company. Derived from it, I have been able to reach some conclusions. For many consecutive years, this pharmacy was not able to generate profits, and the money raised was destined to investigation in order to improve its products and fight others who contributed to combat the way different diseases satisfactorily. Although, as a strategy, the CEO could have raised prices dramatically, he did not. His strategy was aimed to increase prices gradually. Some specialists rely on the fallacy of the separation to justify the independence between the ethical behaviors and the behavior of the business. But to my appreciation, with the passage of time, although the business must maintain strong bond with the ethical code and conduct, as well as its responsibility before the society, have also to fight on a battlefield, the marketplace, to win the largest number of customers, which in the end provide the financial well-being to their business. The task of maintaining the balance between this aspect is arduous. According to Kant's philosophical point, raised price would not be ethical, even if that were the way to keep the company afloat before the cruel struggle fought in the global market. The mere fact of raising prices affects the economic well-being and health of people. It is not a conclusion that can be expressed so coldly, without measuring the context in which this situation develops. Locke, for example, advocates that no human being should enrich himself on the misfortune of another, while defend the thesis of private property. In turn, considers that in the exchange between goods, the value of things that provide luxury or satisfaction not essential for development of the human being must be totally different to those basic and priority for the general welfare of the people. It is good also to a point of view analyzing the problem from the current of utilitarianism. If we measure the fact that by the early 2000s the corporation had allocated $123 million, consider almost half of its income to the Department of Research and Development, even with the precedent of the heavy losses of the previous year, with the aim of helping to fight disease of its client, we could argue that there would be a great percentage of conduct ethic on the part of Celgene in watching over the needs and supreme benefit of society. Another criticized and well-discussed point is the excessive price difference among different countries like Brazil, where government laboratories sell the same drug at 7 cents, Netherlands at 2.6, and Celgene, a USA company, to $29, even though the cost of production has remained low and without many variation. The consequence for many would be the growth of the corporation and the enrichment of the high executive. Regarding this criterion, many would be the opinions, being very difficult to define if the way in which Celgene has been behaving is correct or not. If we take the position of Andrew Carnegie, one of the most prominent figures of the 19th century, and considered the man of greatest fortune of his time, we could establish a point in common with Locke, respect to the right over private property. For Carnegie, this constituted the pillar of social development of its epoch. In turn, this figure raises the competition in the market, generates a product and service each time of better quality when it's established, thinking about the well-being of the people in general. So it would see the increase of a price as justified strategy to generate profits that in turn will be put in favor of the investigation for the purpose of providing satisfaction to humanity. When we talk about conclusions, by way of conclusion, I can say that in my opinion, Sergil Corporation acts in correct way. To raise prices apparently affect the most helpless. This is certain, but deeper analysis shows that this decision in the medium and long run are right. For example, money raised contribute to the emergence of new drugs intended to help people with AIDS, cancer, and so forth. On the other hand, the growth of companies generally benefit their shareholders, like in salaries, shares, good health, financial of the company. And the increase also of the competition in the market causes the reduction of prices and a more easy acquisition by the customer. Thanks. This is all.